Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another OUAT review. I recently watched the episode Sympathy for the DeVil, and of course that is a play on Sympathy, I can't even say it, Sympathy for the Devil, which is a really well-known rock song, and I thought it was very amusing that they played Cruella DeVil's favorite song, well, her theme song, over the radio, and she had to abscond with it up to her room because her mother locked her in her room, and she wasn't exactly who we thought she was. She was very devious and twisted and just conniving, manipulative. And not only that, but just sick and twisted. And of course her mother wasn't that much better, and she had 3 husbands, and this is a very interesting episode, and I really enjoyed it. And I didn't really like seeing the Dalmatians because I owned a Dalmatian at one point in time, and they are hellhounds. They are horrible. Just take my word for it. And if you ever want to get a dog, don't get a Dalmatian. Just saying, they're terrible dogs. Anyway, that's just my opinion. But the episode in and of itself, we learn more about the author, and it's intriguing that he would be reading The Great Gatsby, because when he meets Cruella, he's in the Roaring Twenties, and if you know anything about that particular novel, it takes place in the Roaring Twenties as well, in the Depression, and Gatsby himself is killed. But it's a very intriguing parallel, I do believe. And we find that the author himself, he lives in between realms. He's kind of like a time traveler. The rules of space and time don't really apply to him. And the pen and the ink that he wields and he has on his person have great power. He can write anything into existence. It's sort of like with Inkheart, if you've ever read Inkheart. When the Silver Tongues speak, they can literally bring a story to life. And I thought, ooh, that would be quite the burden to bear, and you would have to be very careful what you spoke. Or in this case, you'd have to be very cautious about what you wrote. And then you find that the author and Cruella have a romantic liaison, and he gets tricked, and he's actually even more twisted than she is. But what was so moving about this particular episode was Belle standing at the well and calling Rumpelstiltskin back, and I was so happy when they were together. But then she is in the clutches, her heart is in the clutches of Cora, and I thought, no! And I just thought it was terrible what she said about the Knave of Hearts versus his kissing. I thought, oh, I don't think anybody could kiss better than Rumple, but I don't know. I've never been there. He just seems to be more sensual when he lip locks with somebody. Just saying. Maybe it's because I'm a huge Rumple fan. And in my mind, I'm always imagining him being an expert kisser. But it just brings to mind Emma. Emma seems to have a vendetta against anybody who would come after her son, which was what Cruella did. And then we realize where she got her ability from. Shocker. And I thought, before she was devastating enough, and she's been lying to people, and now you do this. Why? This is awful. Just making it worse. It's like adding gasoline to a fire. It's just not a very logical thing to do. But as far as episodes are concerned, it's really a great story arc because we get a little bit of what Zelena did, but Zelena wasn't even responsible for anything in this particular episode. She was just mentioned in passing. And I know that she's going to come back into the forefront later on. And then what I predicted to come to pass will actually come to pass because Emma and Lily are going to reunite or reune. And it just seems to me that this was going to happen sooner or later. And I thought, this is the culmination. This is the coup de grace. And they're going to be mortal enemies. I thought, well, of course they are, because Emma's parents couldn't tell the truth, and their actions are going to have repercussions, and that's what this is all leading to, I think. I am intrigued to see what happens next, and I was really, I felt a lot of pity for Cruella rather than sympathy. I don't think that she deserves sympathy. She's just an evil woman. Her namesake is DeVil. Well, of course. And you realize where she acquired her her coupe. But it was a very good episode, and I really enjoyed it, and it killed me to see Rumpel suffering like that, and what Belle said about the chipped cup. It really hit me. It really hit. I almost cried. I thought, yeah, and what Cora does to her is just despicable, but he knows that he has to go and see the author in order to be healed, and then we realize how much the author actually knows, and his past, and I thought, great backstory. We're developing more characters, and the author is not exactly a hero. He's one of those kind of, I don't know, I think he's a villain. I really do, because of what he did to Cruella, and, well, I mean, he had reason to, but still, it's, I don't know, I can't say if I condone what he did or not. It doesn't seem right, but it was twisted. I just thought it was unbelievably, unrealistically, grotesquely twisted. But then again, it was poetic justice and this, that, and the other. But I'm totally invested in seeing where this season goes this year. So until next time, live long and prosper. Arrivederci.